my name's Sarah and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you were new here. Today, as you can see by the title, is going to be a monthly favourites video. So I did my last one of these at the end of February, so it was like a February favourites, and I said in that video that I was going to be doing the monthly or every 2 months, and so it's been 2 months since then, and I just felt like last month I didn't really have any really new favourites to show you, so I kind of didn't really want to talk about the same things again, but I thought this month I would do that. So it's going to be a super casual video. I'm just in, this like jumper literally has a stain on it. I'm sitting here with my coffee because I'm really tired. I only had 7 hours of sleep last night, which is still like a decent amount, I'm well aware, but I need like 9 to 10 hours, let's be real. I need a lot of sleep. So I woke up really early, didn't get to bed until about 11 last night. So I'm having a second cup of coffee for the day, which I hardly ever do, but I just thought it was needed. It was either have this or not film, so we're here. Monthly favourites, here we go. These favourites aren't going to be in any particular order. I'm just going to be saying things as I remember them, as I think about something that I was enjoying that month. So first things first, as I'm drinking my coffee, is this kind of mug here. So it's a little bit shorter but wider than your kind of standard mug. So I have that one there, and then I also have these two of like a very similar shape. So this is my clear one from IKEA. I love that one. This is definitely my favorite. And then I have this one here, if it's going to focus on that, but it's just this one here with like, it's kind of all speckled and it has these crosses through it, and this one is from Target, I believe. And so is this one. So this is like a speckled one, and then it has like a different edging on along the bottom there. So I don't know why, but since switching to those kinds of mugs, I don't know, I'm just enjoying my morning coffee better. It's like such a simple thing, but finding a mug that you just really enjoy having, and especially that first cup of coffee, I usually have one, but the first thing I do in the morning is go have a coffee, and it's always out of one of these mugs. And if these are in the dishwasher or they're dirty and I have a different mug, I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same. It's probably really like silly and simple, but I don't know, I really value that first thing in the morning, having my cup of coffee, and just the whole situation around that. I feel like just sets me up really well mentally for the day, starts me waking up, and just everything like that. So yeah, my favorite shape of a coffee cup. So also leading on from there, something that I've been doing over the past month, I would say, is actually spending a bit more time with Zach in the morning. And he's actually started having morning coffees, which I feel like I've slowly started suggesting, do you want a coffee? I'm gonna go make one. Like I've slowly gotten him to this point where every morning I'll be like half asleep still, and he's like, can you go make a coffee? And so I'm actually so happy about that, because for the longest time, like we've been together like 2.5 years now, if like out, I'll be like, oh, let's go grab a coffee, and he just like doesn't. If you're not a coffee drinker, you don't understand the coffee life, I believe. So it's been really nice actually sharing that with him. We've been having like daily coffees for the past 2 weeks without fault together, and so it's just been like a really nice time for us just to wake up together and just spend a bit more quality time together. And like I was saying, it's like a really special time for me, so that was really nice. Another thing would be my room. So as you can see from the vibe going on behind me, I feel like I finally finished this room. The past 1 to 2 months, I feel like it's when it's all come together. We've got these new bedside tables here which match perfectly in with the bed, and just I feel like everything as a whole is just really nice. Yeah, I finally feel really comfortable in here, and we've actually rotated the orientation of the bed, and we're just facing out towards the window now, which is where I'm like currently sitting. There's a lot of light coming in there, and I don't know, I just feel like it's just a very nice happy room. So that's another favorite, is my bedroom. We'll go with fashion favorites next. If you have watched any of my recent videos, you will 100% know what is about to come up, and that is pastels. Pastels everything. Honestly, I'm going pastel mad. I bought a couple of things from Glassons, and Pepper Mayo have been my last 2 big haul, and those ones featured a lot of pastel colours, and I've gone from just completely neutrals all the time to this crazy pastel loving person. So that's been a massive thing I've been getting into the past couple of months, and I've slowly started getting some pieces for that. So yeah, definitely pastels, little colorful tops, stuff like that. Cardigans also a big love. I don't actually have any, but I've got heaps of like button up tops, but I don't have any like cardigans as such, which let me know your recommendations in the comment section, because I do want to get a couple of really good cardigans. It's definitely on my wish list. So yeah, definitely anything to do with that. Just being honestly, fashion in general has been such a big thing for me this past month at least. I have been doing so much more research into fashion trends, and just I am consuming content very differently than I used to. I used to just like scroll and kind of not really like take in what I was looking at, sort of just like doing it for enjoyment. But I feel like now I'm looking at it with a very critical lens, and I'm just sort of looking at different trends, looking at fashion. I'm watching a lot of like New York Fashion Week videos and how to style, and I'm really trying to grow my personal style and everything like that. So that's been a really big focus lately. So in line with that, I guess like fashiony sort of things, I also have a hairpiece. So this hair clip here, it's like this big clip, and like you put it up the back of your head there. It's been something I've really been liking to put in my hair. So that's kind of along those sort of trendy things. And yeah, I guess talking about hair, I've definitely been looking at different ways to style my hair. I feel like this is like a little bit different. Like I'm trying to get that like that side bits, that kind of 90s 2000s. I feel like it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, I've been experimenting a lot more with hair, different hair trends. And honestly, I had never realized before how much changing your hairstyle can change your whole look. Like I've always been focused on the outfit and just like straightening my hair or, you know, something like that. But even just doing something a little bit more with your hair honestly is changing the way I take photos. It's changing, I feel like I never realized how much of a statement it could make. I guess because I've never really been good at hair, so I've kind of just thought it doesn't really matter as long as like your makeup and everything looks good and like you got your outfit looking good. But I feel like hair can honestly change the whole vibe, and it's just, yeah, so definitely been playing around with different hairstyles a lot more. So moving on to beauty favorites, I only have one to show you, and that is this lipstick here. It is by MAC, and it is the Viva Glam 2. And I've actually got it on today. I feel like it's really washed out. I'm sorry, there's a lot of sun going on. So you can see it there. It's just this really nice nudie pink color, and I've used quite a lot of it. It's kind of like a bit gross. But I've been looking at a lot of, now that the sun's gone weird again, I've been playing around with makeup a little bit more, doing things a little bit differently lately, subtle differences. And I used to wear that lipstick all the time, which is why it's so used. But I have recently rediscovered it, so that's been a favorite. So moving on, we have things like online. I think that's like all the physical sort of things. But yeah, moving on to the online things, I have rediscovered a podcast. I used to listen to this one like a ton last year, and I don't know what happened, but I think it got taken off of my like following ones. And so I just like I haven't listened to it in so long. It's called Food for Thought, and it's by a nutritionist in the UK. So she talks a lot about nutrition, but it's also about like mental health, sleep, and like exercise, a whole different range of topics. She has like all of these experts come on, and they've just been like a really good podcast. So those ones are about an hour or 30 minutes to an hour long, which has kind of been good. I usually listen to like 10-15 minute ones when I was driving to work really close, but now I'm like spending about an hour each way going to work at the moment. So I have really been getting back into her podcast. So yeah, Food for Thought. I think it's by Rhiannon. Can't remember her last name, but yeah, Rhiannon. I think she's on Instagram and everything like that, so go check her out if you like those sorts of things. So other social media things, I have rediscovered or kind of re-fallen back in love with a couple of Instagrammers slash YouTube people. So the first one is Emma Liga and slash Emma Rose. She can kind of go by both of them on social media. So this is what her Instagram looks like, just really super cute. So her, the other, so it's like her, Sophie Suchan, I don't really know how to pronounce that, but if you see that, so her, Sophie, and the other lady, Nitsan, or Nits, however she goes about, which is her. Sorry if they're all super out of focus, but these three girls are all from Canada, and they are best friends, and they like do heaps of content together, and they travel together, and I've just really been enjoying their content lately, watching heaps of their vlogs. Yeah, so those three girls, so if you are interested in or just want to actually see their profiles a little bit better, so it's Nitsan, Nitsan Raiiter, so that's her. Then there's Sophie Suchan, so it's SOPHIESUCHAN, and then the last one is EMMALEGER. So those are the three girls there. Yeah, really just been really liking their content lately. So yeah, if you want to go check them out, go for it. Another person, so there's the other two girls which I've discovered very recently. Honestly, they could be the defining factor for my pastel obsession. But there's this girl here, her name is Barbara Kristofferensen. I think she's from, I want to say Sweden, Copenhagen. Yeah, so she's from Copenhagen, and this is her profile here. So yeah, very bright, very pastel. So that her and then her friend Amanda Marie Nelson. So that is her profile there. So those two, they post a lot of pastels. Definitely a big inspiration for me at the moment, with different styles, different looks. Yeah, so those 5 people, I've just been consuming their content like no other. Really been liking them at the moment. So also with that, I want to touch on Pinterest. So I'll leave a link to my Pinterest down below if you want to go check me out. But I've been using Pinterest several times a day. I've been pinning so much. I have been, so that the main kind of things that I look at is like fashion, Instagram poses, kind of like a summer aesthetic, summer vibe kind of one. I've got a travel one, I've got a home one. So if you like any of those topics and you like my sort of style, anything to do with that, I will leave a link and you can go check that out. But yeah, I've really been liking it at the moment. I feel like it's actually so much more of a inspiration than I thought it was. Like back in the day when I first started using it, I think I was just looking at the wrong kinds of things. But honestly, I'm not trying to copy anything on there, but even just looking at it quite regularly, but I find when I go to take photos, I kind of have that in the back of my mind, and I'm just pulling a lot of inspiration from it. And yeah, it's just been a big inspiration for me currently, so that's been a favorite of the month. Okay, so I know I should have said this when I was talking about the fashion, but you know, this video is just all over the place. I'm just blurting out things as I think of them, to be honest. So the next thing is these little bags here. So I have a cream one and I have a black one. So there they are in all their glory. So these bags, it took me so long to actually purchase one because I don't know, I feel like with so many trends, I take a while to jump on the bandwagon, and then once I do, the trend's almost over. So I feel like with this, it took me a while to jump on the trend because I don't know, I think it's because it takes me a little while of like seeing people wear it to like get used to the ideal. Because when I first saw these bags, I was like, hell no, that is like definitely not me. I just like didn't like it at all. I didn't understand it. I don't know, I just like wasn't vibing with it. But then after seeing like so many people style it, I was like, yes, I actually really like this. So that kind of shape bag has definitely been a big inspiration for me for the past month or two. One of my like goals moving forward is to, if I see a trend that I like or semi-like, I'm just gonna jump on it rather than taking so long and to kind of being one of the last people to try it and just feeling like everyone's already moved on to the next trend. So I feel like it's also just really hard just to spot trends as they're happening rather than looking back retrospectively and seeing like, oh, that actually was a big trend. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking at like all the Instagrams I just mentioned and trying to jump on the trends as I see them do it, because I feel like they're really forward in fashion. So the last thing I want to talk about is sleep. So it's like so random, like favorite thing, but I've been getting into a really solid sleep routine, I guess, other than last night where I had 7 hours sleep, where I've been going to bed around 9, maybe asleep by at least before 10, and I've been working really long days, so I've been up at 6 a.m, which has kind of been nice. Like I feel like I'm kind of getting in like a really good sleep routine, having my 8-9 hours a night, and I feel like on my days off I'm not sleeping in crazy amounts and I'm just like more productive. So yeah, really healthy sleep routine at the moment, and getting up early, so that's been another favorite. And with that, if I get up at 6 and like get out of bed straight away, I catch like the sunrise, or like not the sunrise, but it's like the part of the sunrise where there's like really pretty skies. And I feel like of late the sunsets have also been really pretty as I'm driving home from work. So overall, yeah, just like waking up a little bit earlier and having just a really solid sleep routine, getting into just a really repetitive routine with it all, I feel like has been really helpful. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed my just rambly random as list of favorites for this month. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.